Hey guys, welcome to the Tuesday stream. We are back playing a little bit of Kerbal Space Program. Hey SRWB, how are you doing out there? We have a situation arisen on our save file. Let's go to the stream career and let's go have a look. For a little while now, we've been doing a lot of work with asteroids. I don't know why, it's just been the thing that has taken my fancy. And whilst working around with asteroids and seeing what's going on and what is even possible in the game, I found out that one of the asteroids is on a collision course with Kerbin. Let's go and have a look at that one right now. And last week, whilst discussing it with my good buddy and friend Landstrider in the chat, he was like, "You could totally land on that." I was like, no, surely not. Where is it? Where is it? It's out here somewhere. It's literally on its way. Is this one? Is it this one? I think it might be this one. Look how close that is. Is that the impacting one? I don't know. It could also be this other one, which might also be an impactor. But one of these two, very close to it. But can I then focus the Kerbin? There we go. Look at this. Bam! It's impacting. It's not going to impact there because, of course, the planet will spin. So my plan is to try and get out there, just straight line. We're gonna straight line up there, turn around, slow down. Can we do it? I don't know. Hey Greg Williams, how you doing? Thank you. It's a great video title, right? It's quite long, but that's fine. I can deal with it being a little bit long. So I've just noticed there's some settings not quite right on my stream here. Let's just turn that on. All right, beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna make a little thing. Like, we want to watch the asteroid explode. We want to watch it enter the atmosphere, and horrificness happens to it. So if we come into the coupling, I can't select the other one first. That's a shame. I was going to start with the claw, but instead we'll start with the brave robot soul. Is it a robot soul? I don't know. That we are going to send up there. Do robots have souls? Here's a question for you. Like, if I concede that I have one, does this other thing that does thinking and stuff do it as well? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to grab a small junior clamp, and that's all I want to stick to the asteroid. Unfortunately, we need a whole bunch of other stuff, right? Obviously, we can't just hit go and it suddenly flies to the asteroid and sticks on its own. No, we need to make a rocket that can do that. And I think to do that, we're going to want one that can point its direction however it wants. I'm actually tempted. Yeah, I was going to do not RCS. What's the other one? I was going to do some backwards-facing rockets, something like this, so that we could slow down at the right speed. But I don't think that's what we're going to do. I think what we're going to do instead is use RCS to just kind of make sure that we are headed in the correct direction, like this, up to a 5 horn. Yes, very nice, very nice. And then we should be able to just carry on pointing, right? That's the thing. Ride the fire pool to Valhalla. Yeah, that's the one. That is the one. I mean, I have never watched an asteroid impact on Kerbal. It's just never been a thing that I've even had the opportunity to do so. That's a lot of power. Oh yeah, we don't need that much power. We're not going very far. But it's nice to know that I've got them. It's nice to know. I don't know what I want to actually send on this now. I think we do want the extendable solar panels. 1x5. What are they? Oh, these are even bigger. Look at these. Bam. Huge things. Still not what we need. We're just going to send some 1x6s. These will be more than enough for what we need if I extend those out. Yes, beautiful, wonderful. And it looks alright, looks alright. Offset this up like so. I'm wondering whether we want to offset the RCS port as well, or we just let that do its thing. I think we might just let that do its thing. So that's it. This is the thing we're going to go and try and smash into the front edge of an asteroid. Excuse me, I just need to clear my throat. Yes, indeed. So now I want to come to this KSP manual over here. Now, because of the way I've modded my game, I have this Delta V map, and it tells me that to leave Kerbin's sphere of influence, I want to have like 1,000 Delta V. You can see this; it gets into orbit around the sun at that point. You've got this like little orbital thing that tells you you're actually leaving to the sun, or is that this one? It could be this. This is to get to an elliptical orbit around Kerbin, and then this one's to leave. Okay, that's a good point. You're not well. Oh, SRWB. What's wrong, my friend? What is wrong? So I'm just going to say 7,000 delts. Let's just put 7,000 delts on the bottom of this and see if that's something that we can even make happen. I've got a feeling it's going to be a big asteroid. Do I? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Whilst yes, that is what we're going to send. Don't save it. It's fine. We don't want that. I've got something that already has that on the tip of it. Yeah, look at this. Let's have a look. Yeah, this might be the one. It's not great amount of delta V compared to what I was saying I need, but it might just about do it. Might just about do it. Do you think if we point this directly at the asteroid and do our best, vacuum, bam. Okay, got 10,000 delts in vacuum. Of course, the first couple of stages I got rid of trying to escape the atmosphere. I think we should be fine. I think we should be fine. Let's just use this class here. And we're going to call this... I don't know what to call this. I started typing 3 separate things there, and I was actually like, no. Asteroid intercept. We'll just call it asteroid. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? I feel like I just need to launch. Let's not knock around. Let's get on the mission. This is it. We know what we're doing. We know what we've got. Hey, Cubic, buddy. How you doing? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. And also, welcome to all the video watchers. Should have mentioned that a few minutes ago. How are you doing, Cubic? You having good times? You having good times? Let's just get my chat window so it doesn't disappear. Okay, great. We're here. Is here anywhere close to being in line with the asteroid that we're going to go have a look at? Let's scroll out here. We decided it was this one, right? Set as target. That's the one we're going for right there. Okay, great. I believe I couldn't do any better. I just need to go a little bit north. I'm just gonna fly out. All right, we're gonna make a little quick save just in case I need to revert what's going on here. Is that where I'm going? Is that where I'm trying to hit? 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Last maths exam for Cubic today. Only last computer science exam left on Friday. Okay, dude. Maths and computer science. Like, that's pretty heavy going stuff there, mate. Pretty heavy going stuff. I am impressed. I mean, I knew this anyway, but okay. Let's see if we can't kind of fool our way over in the right direction. I think this is a good way to go. You finished your physics already. Weird that this time next year we'll be watching you play KSP2. Hopefully, I mean, hopefully, as long as everything goes to Private Division's time plans, then that would be great. I'm just gonna hit prograde. We're just gonna let it fly itself. I feel like we are flying in the right direction. If I put my nose down, this little point here, towards my target. Of course, once again, just to remind you, this target is an asteroid that is inbound to impact with Kerbin as we speak. Now, a responsible space program would be like, never fear, planet that I was born from. I have got you covered. I will make sure that we can push the asteroid out of the way. But no, not us. We're like, don't worry, we're going to send a scientific package up there so that we can study the impact more closely when it does indeed strike the planet, wiping out a significant portion of the life forms underneath it. This is fine. Stream delay be at -1 second. Heard you speak before the chat message appeared. That's hype. That's hype. I'm about that. I am about that. We're about to lose our solid... Ooh, bit of a wobble. Bit of a wobble. About to lose our solid thrusters. I'm fine with this. 3, 2, 1, stage. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I found a problem. Found a problem. We're going to revert the fight. We're going back to the vehicle assembly. I'll tell you why, because there's something that I've been meaning to put onto this craft for a long time. I don't even want to call it asteroid. Let's open up the one that we loaded up from this. Wait, go. Okay, at some point, we need to change these liquid fuel tanks on the inside here to real fuel tanks. I wonder. There was another one somewhere that's at the wrong. There's a priority 30. This is priority 50. What about these up here? Priority 50. Okay, so these, the ones down below, should also be 50s. This is something that I learned from a previous launch. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. 50s all round. Okay, this is good. This is good. Now, is there something else? I really wish I could replace these liquid fuels here. But the thing that I'm actually here to do is on this stage. This is the stage that drops the big old chunky boys back here, these solid boosters. And I'm going to solve this issue with the judicious application of more solid boosters. I challenge you to tell me why this is not the way to fix this particular problem. Make that all the way across. Okay, so these are... Okay. 4 times... 4 times symmetry. But without... yeah, I'm just going to say that. 4 times symmetry. You see how it's not over here. In fact, the angle is incredibly scuffed. Okay, that's fine. Well, we'll just kind of slap it there? Question mark? Is that right? I think that might be right. That could very well be right. And then over this way, let's angle away from the spacecraft. That's what I'm trying to do here. Now these solid boosters, these Separatrons, are here to maintain some forward momentum when we are falling through the sky. This is actually gonna give you all sorts of weird twisting motions. I'm fairly sure. But that should be fine. That should be fine. If we just carry on pasting these where they belong. Something like that. Okay. And then away from the ship, as I say, would be great. Something like that. And then copy and paste more round there. Now, I have no idea where they've laid these out. All at the bottom? You know what? I'll take these. We'll drop these decouplers down. And then we'll pop these up. Like so. Alright, okay. I think we good. This is facing the wrong way. It's going to give us some problems, but I think we can live with it. I really wish we could replace those, but the problem is my fuel tanks. We literally do not have a rocket. All I've got is liquid fuel. I guess that means I'm supposed to be putting jet engines on it. I'm going to shrug. Okay, so I saved those changes. Let's go see whether these changes will actually work. Gonna have a small drink of caffeine. Savior of all the streams. Okay, let's once again pull out here. This asteroid. No, I wanted to set as target. It's not the one I wanted. Because if there's one thing that I love about this game, it's the fast transitions in the loading screen. You might remember such riveting, this guy down here, riveting reviews as let's watch the little spinny things down in the bottom corners, or I do like a blank screen for loading screens. Why have they given us a blank screen here? Why did they decide that loading a picture was just too much hassle? All right, let's try this again. Hopefully, without messing it up so bad this time. This one, asteroid BMW. We want to set it as target 797. Must be by Boeing. We're going to come back into the map view. We've got our target on the reticule there. I'm actually going to hit my orbital speed here so that I know how I'm traveling relative to the target whence I leave the atmosphere. All right, let's try this again. 3, quick save. 2, 1, blast off. Okay, so far so good. So far so good. You can see that my orbit speed is changing. We basically ignore these for navigation's reasons now. We're just gonna hold at this rough orientation. Gonna maybe try and pull it back a little bit further. I do want to get this yellow marker lined up with the pink marker over here. That would mean that I am roughly in alignment with my target. Of course, there's there's the whole like curve of the orbits and stuff like that, which would mean that really we're not perfectly lined up. But I'm just gonna take it as good enough for now. This is a beast of a machine, by the way. Should we have a look at some stats while we're just flying up here? There is 287 parts, nearly 1,000 tons of material flying here. I don't know what my dry mass is. Does it actually tell me what my dry mass is? I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. Solid fuel's not even halfway through being burnt through yet. I'm going to try and pitch my face over just a little bit further. I feel like that may have been too far. I'm going to try and pull it back, I can every now and then feel it pull down, but I think we're fine. I think we're now just very safely making our way up to orbit. Well, once again, a reminder of the mission profile. We're going to fly straight at the asteroid. I'm going to look it dead in the eye and be like, I'm coming for you. Fly right at it as fast and as hard as I can until we actually have to slow down, at which point I should hopefully bring myself to a complete stop right on the very surface of the asteroid. That's the ideal scenario. Do we think it's going to work? I don't know. Just like this stage, do we think it's going to work? Yes, it worked. All right, cool. There we go. Great. It's almost like I've been playing this game for the best part of 10 years and no little tricks like that now. Okay, that's great. What's our orbital dynamics doing right now? Just going straight up and down, yeah? Yeah, straight up and down. Like we are in trouble if we ever find ourselves not going directly at the asteroid. Man, it's actually in Kerbin's sphere of influence right now. Look at this. Look at this. Like, do I want to just kind of jump halfway up and try and catch it? I don't know. I don't know. This is new ground for me. This is new grounds. I don't know how well this even can work, let alone will work. Okay. Drop those. Let's move. I've definitely destroyed some stuff going through there. All right, that's not the end of the world. This was the other thing I meant to set up. All of these, I just want to like pop parachutes and stuff. I don't even think they're gonna make it. No. That's kind of annoying. I staged by accident there. I think that's fine though. I think that should be fine. This only has 600 delts left in it, and that would have been even less whilst we were attached to the big machine. It's not ideal. I will admit it is not ideal, but I can live with it. Do we just make this thing stop, or do I? Let's drop. What happened there? There was an audio glitch and all sorts. Okay, are we even close to looking at that asteroid? Not yet. Okay, let's just keep going. What else is there to do but go? Can we get rid of that bit there? Is that gonna go? Are we stuck with it? Oh, there we go. I managed to throw it away. Okay, let's try and light these up. Let's try and make ourselves crash into that particular asteroid over there. It's a bit of a shame that we're not going to have as many Delta V as I was hoping for, but that's okay. That's fine. That's fine. Is this even? I hope this is online. We're doing pretty good. 79 degrees out of alignment. That's fine. We are mostly going up and down, so that's what the problem there is. Not even sure what our close approach is going to be. Like, this feels like halfway, right? It's going to take a long time to come down and speeds up as it gets down. So we got a lot of hang time up there. A lot of hang time. It's going to be a lot of just long burns. Man, that's going the wrong way. How do I make this ascending node end up with my apoapsis? That's something I'd really like to figure out how to do. I'm sure there's an ideal burn position that would make that happen. But I, in all honesty, have no idea what that would be. I'm guessing it's something like that. Should definitely name the asteroid. What should we name the asteroid? It will be part of my casino. No, it won't. It's gonna hit. It's gonna hit. I was gonna say it's gonna be part of my casino complex, but it's really not. Try to stop this one. I mean, I probably could stop this one if we really wanted to. We could, but there's other asteroids out there. I've never seen anything hit, so it's gone. Hey Max. Oh Max, dude, how you hanging? I hope you're having a good time. We are trying to capture. Well, no, we're not trying to capture an asteroid. There's this thing here. When we're not in the middle of burning, we will go and have a look at it. I've got this craft that I'm sending up there. It's got a big old claw on the front of it. Now it might sound like that I want to go and stop the asteroid to save my planet. No. I want to sit on the asteroid whilst we're watching the plasma burn around it as it slams into the atmosphere, and we find out what actually happens. That's my plans. And hopefully it'll be a good plan. Okay, I think I want to burn radially out. Maybe radially in. Let's try the other way. Because I want to bring my apoaps down in line with this plane here. And I'm not even sure if I can. Is that getting worse? It's about angles. This bit out here is not the winner. Surely this way, right? So we're above the equator, yeah. If I'm burning down towards the equator, I should be bringing my apoapsis down. Yeah, like that. It's actually coming down, though. I suppose it does to realign. I'm half tempted to go up to the ascending node and try and align myself there, but I feel like that's a fool's errand. That is a fool's errand. Quentin Gill? Armageddon looks different from what you remember. Indeed. Small little mount. What's happening? Stop. We're spinning wildly. I'm not entirely sure why. I just suddenly realised. We have the electric charge, so it shouldn't be a reaction wheel issue. Okay, I'm not actually sure what happened there. Not actually sure what happened at all. I'm going to put down a maneuver node, and we're going to try some extreme behaviors and see what happens to our orbit. If I just do this... Yeah, I can bring it down and in line. Look at that. I mean, that is roughly what we want, right? Is it totally out of line anywhere else? No, I feel like this is it. Oh, I went too far. We had a problem. So this is totally experimental for me. I have never done anything quite like this. And, you know, I've been playing this game a long time. Like, a long time now. And... that's going to take us too long to get up there. Extreme behavior. Let's see what we can do. All right, let's get another one. We're traveling pretty fast as well, so it's quite easy for my maneuver node to get overtaken. So I wanted to bring this down. I want to push it up, but then I would also like to orientate myself a bit more in the same inclination, because 83 is a big number. If I come into this, can we bring it down? 78. Okay, that's better. Maybe we can just muck about with it and try and get it in the right place. Oh, look at what I've done here. Okay, this is gonna take some playing until we've got an intersect node. Okay, that's interesting. Interesting. That's very. Got 2 intersect nodes. That might even be better. It's a good job I quick saved this, right? Okay, so looking at this is going to take some interpretation. I need to be able to like explain to you guys what's going on. So it's probably easier to look at these 2 over here. There's a matching set, an orange one and a purple one, right? So these 2 is where I'm going to be, and these 2 are where the asteroid is going to be. So I need to try and line those up, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do it right here. This may take a small moment or 2 for me to align everything perfectly. All right, Max, we'll catch you a little bit. Catch you a little. Have good foods. I've got a feeling this is going to take us a while to figure out. Yeah, it's going to take us a while to figure out. Because we just need to hit this at the same time, right? Back to 1. There's 2. So I'm separating by less distance. This is good for 32. But this, if I then go up, 57. What's this one here? I wish I could get rid of that apoapsis marker, but sometimes I'm going to need it. 57 and 40. Can we just ease these down as we go? Oh, we've gone past 58. Oh no, I've lost one and it's come back again. This isn't good. This isn't good. Where's it got? Oh, all the way down there. That's no good. I think I might even need to just get into orbit. I think this might be a thing I need to do. Let's just, because at the moment I'm a little bit floating up and wild. I'm going to add the maneuver. We're going to bring this down and inline, and then when I'm up at apoapsis, I'm going to spin. Oh, I can't believe I just did that. I'm going to spin us around the backside of Kerbin and try it like that. I think that's probably the better way of doing it for the moment. Bring this into alignment with everything. Okay, that's good. So let's we're already close enough to not be able to time warp to it. So I'll spin this guy around here. Strelitzia, hello. Wasn't be able to catch your streams. Prepping for uni. Into aeronautical engineering, dude. Yes, I am about it. All right, let's try this little maneuver in a bit. 26 seconds until the burn. Quick. If you got a cup of tea, now's the time to drink it. Alright, that'll help. I'm sure. What's the orange line here? Is that the predicted path if the asteroid actually makes it out of Kerbin's sphere of influence? Lol, it's not gonna make it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. My lights are on. 1, go. I don't see Kerbin. Oh, there it is. The moon peeking out behind. I like that. Oh, look at that. That's really nice. Do we like clear the screen? Yeah, get your screenshots, guys. Get your screenshots. That was good. That was good. All right, this is looking good. This is looking good. We should be able to change our approach trajectory. Yeah, I'm not sure where the ascending and descending nodes are right now. And of course, we have a quick save at the beginning of this whole process, so if it goes wrong, we can try again. No reason to not try again. Okay, this looks pretty good. We are literally 90 degrees out of phase. That's wonderful. That's so not what I needed. Okay, so this is, I mean, pretty good. Pretty good. We're not out of the other side of the planet yet. Okay, that's fine. Is this close to what we want, though? That is close to what we want. So I should be able to bring this up. Just find myself a periapsis of some description. There we go. Right, that's an actual orbit that we can survive. Yay. Surviving's fun. So when we're here, he's going to be up there. That's fine. That's fine. Let's do this maneuver. Is this like right now? 3 hours from now? I'm fairly sure I could do it right now. No, maybe not. Maybe not. How far do I want to be from Kerbal? No, this one will do. I was going to go for a different path. That's not the path that's going to lead us to the win. Let's go this way. Pull it out. There should be like this one to carry on bringing it down. Nice. Ascending node of 1. Great. That's what we like to see. And then I should be able to slowly bring this back up and out of the atmosphere like that. Oh, no, we're not out of the atmosphere yet. It's still in there. Like that. Yeah, we got time. We can do this. We've got time. Of course, the whole time the asteroid is just creeping closer and closer. Oh, actually, this is it going into Kerbal. I've got this amount of time to set myself up and be ready. Okay, that's. I thought it was closer than it was. That's good. That's good. This could be a lot worse than it actually is. Right. So whilst I'm swinging around the planet and sorting this lot out, did you guys hear about the black hole detection? I was going to say that happened this week, but as with everything in astronomy, it totally didn't happen this week. It was like 2011, and it was taken 6 years or whatever of data processing to even begin having the idea that maybe it is what we thought it was. But you know, this week, there was an announcement made about a black hole has been spotted going in front of another star. Now, I personally am very excited about that because if you've been to any of my streams before, we've been talking about primordial black holes. That's like way back at the beginning of the universe. Everything was really dense, right? So why didn't stuff just fall into a black hole? Well, maybe it did. Maybe there's tiny little black holes running around everywhere. And I'm always like, but we'd see them. If they were everywhere, we'd see them. They'd go in front of stars and suddenly the star would get brighter and stuff. And guess what's just happened? But people are like, yeah, you know, it's from about 4 solar masses, maybe up to 10. So that's not the primordial black holes I'm looking for. I like the small ones. the ones that are like, this is a black hole, but it's not heavy enough to even be a planet. You know, that type of thing. That really shouldn't exist in the universe if the beginning of the universe didn't happen. Right? If things weren't compacted down really small, there's no way that like primordial black holes should have happened. And if we spot them, then we'd be like, whoa. But this is just a normal one. And so this tells us a lot more about like detection techniques and like maybe how many black holes are out there that aren't actively feeding on the dying partner of their binary. Which is pretty much the only way we can detect black holes at the moment. Either they're the middle of a galaxy and they're so big and eating so much and just throwing off all this mess and we literally cannot miss them. they're very big, very bright. Or we get ones that are like siphoning like hydrogen gas off of stars, and like the swirl of the material going down into the black hole like rubs against itself and also is bright enough to do all sorts of stuff. Maybe even fuse. There might be some fusion going on in accretion disks, who knows. That's a bit of a tangent. Anyway, they think there's this black hole. And we spotted it through what's called like micro lensing, which is like this is like Kerbal 101, right? You swing by something with some mass, and it makes it bend around a little bit, right? That's pretty standard. Happens to light as well. Yeah, I know why. Nobody knows, but it's just something. And so like the light bending one side around the black hole met up with the light bending the other side around the black hole, met up and got super bright because it's twice the light, if you will. It's actually more than that, but whatever. And we got to see this star get bright here, and that's all we as astronomers ever get to see. Oh look, the voltage spike went up a little bit. It's very, very boring, really. All right, last 30 seconds of this particular burn. Just about swinging around into position. I'd love to. You know what? I'm just going to cancel that. Let's have a look at this descending node here. The number's going up. We've stopped. Do I have a periapsis? 24. No, we're not going to stop. Let's go prograde. Oh, hello. A whole bunch of stuff just popped up there. I wonder what that was. Periapsis. 24, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Bam. All right, great. Awesome. I need to clear off a whole bunch of this stuff. Let's... Oh my god, look at all these. And unfortunately, right-clicking turns some things on, but turns others... Look, I've got like the bakery in this ascending node just stuck up there now, and I can't do anything. The doctor told me I need to stop. No. Right, let's go add maneuver. Look, this is what I want. That there. Oh, that is what we want. 800. I want to try and get this number as small as possible. For those of you that don't know which number I'm looking at, you see intersection 2. Here's let me drag my mouse around. Intersection 2 in the middle of the screen here. That's the one where I seem to be making the closest approach. So I want to try and let's use the graphical interface over here to bring this number down as small as possible. So I'm currently making increments of, oh look, they tell you the scale down the bottom here. 5 seconds or half a meter per second. That's quite a big burn, actually. Yes. Okay, so going back and forth doesn't really help me there. Let's bring it down to 1 second and let's see which one gets closer. There's an 800, a 400, a 200, up to a 600. We'll take the 200. Can we push some ascending nodes or descending nodes closer? That's getting further away. Does this one get closer? Let's bring it down here. No, that's further away. That's also further. Okay, I mean, we'll just take this 190 that was there. I'm sure at some point we will end up moving this descending node. Where is it? The closest one's here somewhere. We'll be moving this descending node closer to the intersection. I almost guarantee it by the end of this little mucking about with it here. Because we can't meet the asteroid unless we are passing through its orbit, right? And that's what this descending and ascending node represent, is the points where we pass through the angle of their orbit. Okay, that's going up by 4 to... Oh, that's literally the closest we can dial it in with the radial in and out. That's crazy. 5, 9, what? We need to get closer. 100, under 100 kilometers for preference. Instead, we're 192 kilometers. Very awkward. Yeah, very, very awkward. Okay, we might need to wait until we're over here at this descending node, because then we can make some more fine-tuned adjustments to make this meet up over there. I think that might be why we can't go there right now, because we lack the angular oversight. We don't have the right place to turn from right here. It's like if I wanted to get on this line, but I was like all the way over here, I couldn't get straight on it. I need to turn back over here and then make another turn to get onto the line. That was also a terrible explanation. I hope somewhere amongst all those words you gleaned some understanding. If not, I mean, you can complain in the comments if you like. Let's swing. Anything going on in the Collision asteroid inbound. We know about that. Let's clear that out. Wheeloo, meet up with asteroid. Watch it burn. Oh, there's a lot of stuff going on there. Most of these, I think, are for this, though. Okay, that's cool. The Wheeloo, though, the Wheeloo to Wheeloo, we need to keep an eye on that one. That's I don't even know if that's got the solar power that it needs. All right, let's spin around the back here. It's going to be a long drop. It's going to be a long drop. We're all the way up at the apoapsis here. That was, let's have a look, 6 million meters, or 6,000 kilometers, whichever way you want to read that. Swinging around. Okay, this is good. We should be super close. Kerbin. Right, come around. There it is. Kerbin. It's big now. Ugh. Crazy how things that are close get big. That's a nice looking bit of a lake over. No, actually, is that a cloud? I think that might be a cloud. Looks like a lake. Bad looking lake cloud if it looks like a lake. Actually, are these mountains? There might be mountains. Could be any of those. Do I have clouds turned on right now? I don't know. It is a thing that happens occasionally. I mean, we've still got 30 seconds. Let's speed up time just a little bit. Unfortunately, with these high precision missions, I kind of have to watch most of it on the map, which is kind of boring. It's not massively boring, but it's kind of boring. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to burn a little bit early because you can see it's still counting down. I never know why it carries on doing that. I don't know what it's expecting of me that I'm doing differently. You know, there must be something that I've done wrong here. Just a little thing that I haven't quite nailed, and it means that the time carries on turning down. I don't know. Is it me who's got it wrong, or is it Squad with their timing? I don't know. Oh look, here's another asteroid meet-up that is happening. Oh, this is getting too fast. Too much for me, yo. Too much for me. Let's try and bring these together. We're at 30... Wait, I haven't got the right thing selected. There we go. 4,000 kilometer separation. If we could bring this down to, as I say, less than 100, I will be very happy. 192. I think that's the best we can do, right? 192 definitely sounds like the best we can do compared to what we had on the other maneuver node a second ago. I want to add this maneuver here, and we're going to see if we can't bring these closer together. Oh, no target. No target. Oh, is it because it's just changed? Oh, whoo. Let's set that. I was like, what do you mean no target? No. But actually, it's because it's moved into the sphere of influence. Okay, great. That could have been a lot worse. Let me just refresh my chat back here. Okay, great. Right, we are lined up. We're lined up. 193 kilometer separation when we get nice and close. I want to add a maneuver over here. Oh, worried. Do you mind? I want you here. Thanks. And now we're going to try and set this descending node. Why do you keep doing it? Is it because I'm double clicking? It might be something to do with my double click, but I don't think so. Let's use this over here instead. Okay, there we go. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Super, dude. How are you doing? Well, welcome to the stream where we're trying to match up with an asteroid over here that should hopefully mean that we can get a prediction for where, I must be going the wrong way, where it's going to land. Can I get some numbers? 0.4, 3, 2, 1, and there's a 0 here. There we go. The descending node has started to move. I'm going to bring this down to the smallest increment I can even muster. It turns out it's that. Okay, that's the closest we can get this. It feels very fine-tuned. Very fine-tuned. That brings us down to a 25 kilometer intersection. That's much better. Obviously, we want to bring this down to 0, but that's going to become easier and easier as we get closer. But I also want to bring the speed down to 0 as we achieve this as well. I mean, that's my plan. That's my plan. We got a 5-hour window until our burn. Just once again, check up here. The Wheeloo 6 days. That's no problem. I think these two might actually... Is that something else? Like these are other craft. The meetup with asteroid. Let's go and have a look quickly. We always have a little tangent somewhere in a stream, and this is the time where I'm just going to go around and have a quick look at all the spacecraft that I've got kicking around here. So this is a different asteroid. It's a different spacecraft. Sorry, it's trying to meet up with this asteroid over here. Okay, that's good. I want to say over here. This asteroid over here, this is the asteroid it's trying to meet up with. It's kind of out there. It's off at a weird angle. Not quite as out there as this one, but we managed to capture this one last week. Okay, that's fine. Watch it burn. Let's switch to, I think that's the little craft here. You're doing it right. Just got home from college. Nice. With no trains running from your local station, the journey has gone from maybe half hour to 3. Are you being hit by the rail strikes? Yeah. The big things go on. And this is going to impact the planet later on. Okay, we got a lot of stuff that's going to impact planets and stuff like that. This is that good? I don't know. Is that a good thing? Well, welcome to Twitchi Space Program, where we're known for slamming things into the surface of the planet at super hard velocities. I don't know if that's a selling point for my space program. You there, switch to. I mean, like, if there had been a string of happy customer reviews, I might fly with someone that says that, you know? It'd have to be quite the string of reviews. Could be if you were the military. Yeah. I could see that, military being a good... I mean, they want all sorts of things slammed into all sorts of things very fast. Very fast. So, yeah, why not, eh? Why not? Okay, drifting our way up. 3 hours of waiting. Could you imagine what the people on Kerbin are thinking right now? Like, whoa, we've been watching this spacecraft drift around. There's an asteroid inbound. Okay, here we go. Just tiniest little tap at the right time. Am I... 8 days? It's going to take me 8 days to just drift up there. Actually going to have to do some different things in that time. 8 days. Wow. Got 30 seconds left before we're burning, though. Man, I feel bad that Landstrider's not going to be able to watch this one finally hit. 18, 17, 16. All right, let's get our preparations down. Of course, also wondering whether... I mean, it worked out okay last time. But you can see that there's a bit of part clipping going on here. We got some intersections happening between tank and adjacent tank. And this means... Oh, go. This means that there might be... That was done very quickly there. I don't know if that was... 23. Oh, that's great. Actually, that's very good. That's very good. I forgot what I was talking about as well. There might be explosions when we stage, so we'll hang on for that. Wasn't actually all that bad. It's a very scientific, it's a very scenic route. I have a long journey home before. I've often purposely taken the long route just because you can. I mean, that's good plans. Good plans. I want to add a maneuver. I don't even know if I want to name, do anything with it. I just want to create the alarm so that I can set a maneuver. Intercept as opposed to the capture. Okay, let's add that alarm. All right, that's good. That's good. This is suddenly very busy. Look at this. Like an hour between these two. Got some burning up to go on with over there. Okay, that's fine. 5 days of drifting. 5 days. Let's go and have a look at the Wheeloo, see what it is we actually need to do with Wheeloo. Hopefully it's just a capture burn. Or maybe it's an orientation burn. What is this one that's out with me? Oh, that's oh, it's gone. That's a boost stage, if you will. Okay, so that's the turn I need to make. We can totally do that. I'm still up and spinning my solar panels at the sun, though. I mean, what else are we going to do? I like this. I like this a lot. Where do I need to be looking from so I never see any shadow? I think here. This is the angle that gets full sun all the time. Doing pretty good for the power. Doing pretty good for the power. I might just 5 days 2 hours, 5 days 4 hours. Let's go forwards in time. 5 days 2 hours. It's been a long time since we've been this far out. Still doing pretty good with the signal strength out this far. I was very worried. Very worried that we wouldn't be at... Why are we cancelling? Don't cancel my auto warp. We've got places to be. Of course, the thing that is actually cancelling my auto warp is the alarm for the maneuver, which is cool. And we good? All right, let's delete that and close. I'm gonna stop my slow spin. Slow spin has been arrested. Close to. Look, there's Jewel. Look how big that fuzzy blob is out here. That is great. This is Kerbin. Oh, Kerbin, Moho, Eve. Great. Where's Elu? Elu should be out here somewhere. Not that one? Back to Jewel. Okay. Well, oh, there it is. There's Elu. Man, like, my screen is dusty enough that I could have missed that. Okay, let's pull this down this way. We don't seem to be stopping spinning. I'm not sure what this is about. Let's take manual control and make it happen, and then just line up with this maneuver node over here. Well, welcome back, Max. We've just had to go and deal with a small little side mission here. I got something much further out, much further out that needs to... Why did that not work? Activate the engine. Needs to change its trajectory to meet the furthest planet out. This is a long-term mission. It's gonna take a while to get there. So I just need to make this small corrective burn. Bring this blue circle in line with this dotted circle, which thankfully I just need to do by pointing here. The maneuver node system on this game is top-notch. Top-notch. I want to open this up. So, normally with designs like this, I would put an engine on the bottom of all these fuel tanks, and that would give me one of these liquid fuel gauges for each tank. But because I've only got the one fuel tank here, the one petrol... The one engine, man, we're only an hour into the stream and I'm already like, blah. Because we've got the one engine here, only give me one fuel gauge. But I've set up priorities so that it drains from the outside tanks first. So I need to compare the two. It should drain from the outside tank first. Maybe that's not the case. Now that I stop and look, if I even... Yeah, I have got decouplers. All right. This one here, your fuel priority. Let's bring you right down. You should most definitely be burning last. Okay, that should make that better. That should make that much better. In fact, I'm going to go around and I'm just going to pick out a bunch of tanks like this. Going to get rid of this one because honestly I didn't want it. I don't want it to be part of this particular process. Grab that and go in. That way I drained evenly from all the outer tanks. Alright, cool. Landstrider, my friend, my buddy, how you doing? We're currently riding along with the Wheeloo for Elu, making a small corrective burn from this blue one here to this dotted line. But we are also very close to capturing that asteroid. Not capture, landing on that inbound asteroid. Like 8 days, something like this. The meet up with asteroid, watch it burn. Intercept's the one doing the business. How feasible would a petrol-fueled engine actually be in space? So let's just assume that you can get oxygen in there. That would be a thing. Yeah, as long as you got an oxidizer, it would be okay. It would be okay. It's nowhere like you have to remember that rocket fuel RP1 is just kerosene, right? They're just burning that the same way that you would burn petrol. You squirt the two things in, and like the ambient condition, either the spark plug or the fact that it's a combustion chamber, causes the fuel to explode, and you like use your nozzle to funnel all that energy out the back, pushing you forwards, right? So like a petrol engine could work. It's just not as when you burn petrol, it's not as good as like the highly refined fuels, like highly refined fuels. You get all sorts of like soot and ash and like weird chemical, weird carbon byproducts that you don't want. You want your fuel and oxygen to combust completely to either carbon dioxide or water. One of those two things. You know, your carbons get broken up and put up with the oxygen to make carbon dioxide, or your hydrogens get ripped off and put with the water. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason. Methane is the rocket fuel of the future. Yeah, I mean, methane's handy because it's easy to make elsewhere. When you got solar panels, when you got the radiance of the sun beating down upon you, then yeah, I mean, so easy to synthesize. You need ridiculous temperatures. You need pressures, but you know we can do those. We can do temperatures and pressures. The Sabatier process is our friend. Now this is a burn. Let me speed up time a little bit here. This turns out to be easy to collect as a life byproduct. I'm not sure about easy to collect. Again, you'd need like fully enveloped environments and stuff like that. Which yeah, we could do that. Yeah, because the purity that you want, you can't. I mean, you can just strip out the air. Yeah. I mean, this is it. Like the thing, like drilling and cracking and all this is like, regardless of the terrible impact it has on the planet or whatever, right? Like, let's just brush all that aside for a moment. Even if it came with no side effects, we'd run out of oil soon enough, right? There's only so much, so many algal blooms that got decomposed, right? Stuff like that. So yeah, we need a way of making out. And then obviously, what we should be doing is pumping all of our research into antimatter production and learning how to harvest that properly. Maybe some people think that's a bit wasteful. I don't know. In a pure matter antimatter annihilation, what do we have, like bad products, bad side products, or is it just all gamma radiation? I don't know. I suspect it matters what you're trying to annihilate. You know, I should imagine an entire anti-hydrogen is different from putting a positron and a neutron, positron and an electron together. Fusion is looking promising. All about ITER at the moment, right? Yeah, fusion's kicking off in South France right now. They've managed to get their big magnets in place. Yeah, but a bunch of really cool stuff going on. I've not heard about them for a while. Yeah. Okay, we about halfway through our burn right now, even at double speed. All I know about antimatter is from that one Dan Brown book. You know, I've not read any Dan Brown. Not a little bit. None at all. This is quite the burn. I mean, I know we're out in deep space. Sometimes these things take a while, and I know we didn't quite. So occasionally the alarm clock lies to us. I will ask for the ideal transfer window, and I'll set it up, and then it doesn't go right. Wise has arrived. The potatoes are plotting an insidious plan. The carrots are the root of evil. You shall speak the language of the Angles. Do you speak language of angles? You down for radians? Is there any more than radians and degrees? I suspect there's a lot more than radians and degrees. Yeah, most of us are the same here, Max. Most of us have got this sort of level. You want to speak the language of the Dangles, Landstrider? That's it's an interesting one, shall we say? An interesting one. Man, I really wish I'd met Elu down here. This would be the easy bit to get to. Instead, I was like, nah, I'm going to spend 9 years like getting better technology so that my robot doesn't lose communication when it gets out there. Seems a bit much. You don't speak the language of your enemies. You should speak the language of your enemies. It's great fun. It's great fun. I was slinging insults at giants over the weekend. Not that the giants are my enemy. I hang around with some like minotaurs and stuff. You know, it's good fun. Good fun. This is a very long burn. We're about 4/5 of the way through. Ever answer some honestly when they ask you how's it hanging? I mean, in the style of Jim Carrey, yeah. No, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. Yeah, occasionally I ask them that. I answer that. But mostly I just give the standard answer. Yeah, it's good. Okay, let's have a look. Let's see how we're doing for fuel out here. Doing okay. We're going to be shedding these 4 outer pods at some point so that we can be lighter. Obviously, it's about being as light as possible, so that when you're when you need to make a change, you don't have as much mass to push around. You know. Okay, I might want to close this. It's done it to me again, hasn't it? Oh, okay. Watch these numbers go down. Separation 300,000 kilometers. Can we get to a decent size from that? Oh, there we go. That's it. That's what we want. Let's get in there. Okay, this now. Okay, so I should explain what's going on here. We've got an orbit of my spacecraft is the purple one. After a little while, we got an autosave. You can see that this purple line has a little blue circle on it. Now that blue circle actually represents us coming in to Elu here. This is Elu the planet. Can I zoom in? There's Elu the planet. It's very small out in the big wide world of space. Obviously, and now I think if we just kind of press this, yeah, you can see that my orbit gets closer. I guess I want to go polar because I kind of want to see all of the surface, right? That's a thing that I got to do. Oh, press the wrong button. Low. That's good enough for me. That's good enough for me. So if we come to the alarm, we create an alarm. I want the sphere of influence changed. Does this seem right? Year 11. It's a year from now. Oh, let's close this back down and just make sure that does indeed sound right. 1 year, 289 days. Great. That's good. It's good. Sphere of influence. Wheelu to E-double-L-E-O something. W-E-O. Something like Wheelu to Elu. Let's go with that. Bam. It's so far down the list. It's the last thing on there. Oh, man. Okay, well there we go. We did a thing. Let's switch back to what we're actually supposed to be doing. There is also tau, which is equal to 2 pi. I mean, yes, yeah. But do we have any different ways of... Because tau is still in the radians format of measurement, right? For those of you that don't know, so degrees is nice. Most people know degrees, 360 in a circle. Why 360 though, right? This is the big question. So we came up with this thing called radians. You've heard of a radius of a circle from the middle to its outside edge? That's the radius. And the radians is how many of those radiuses you are around the outside. Now, you might remember that a circumference has 2 pi r. That's a thing. The r is the radian and 2 pi is all the way around the circle. Yeah, there we go. What are we doing here? I'm going to turn this off. This is good. I want to do some experimentation with a maneuver node here. I want to try and reach that, get that relative speed down, but I don't know whether I'm going to be able to here without losing... oh, look, we can get closer. Losing the separation being so close. I mean, the better I can keep that separation number down, the better. I'm not actually messing with that at all, am I? Look, nothing's changed. The speed's gone up the way I was just doing it there. Let's see what happens if we do it like this. Is this gonna bring them down to a better? Yeah, but I don't think it's worth it. I mean, maybe. Oh, went too far. Went too far. Would you believe I went too far? Okay, something like that. Let's just make this burn matter. 1.8 kilometers is pretty close. Pretty close. The Babylonians made 360 degrees thing. Yeah, they had a number system that was like base 60. So they had numbers all the way up to 60, where we have numbers all the way up to 10, right? Or from 0 to 9, they had 0 to 59, and then 60 was their 10, right? You know, where they jumped up to the next one. It's a fascinating, like, actually, and really. You might have enjoyed the fact that we were talking about gravitational lensing earlier, Max. There's been a new discovery. I'm fairly sure Landstrider would like to hear about this again, so I'm just going to explain it to everyone all over again. And if you don't like it, yeah. So, you might know FAST, the Chinese radio telescope that looks an awful lot like the Arecibo telescope. There was a brightening event. So one of the pixels got bright and then went dark again. And you know, this is something that we think is cool. That we think is down to gravitational lensing. And that's where like light rays go past some big old thing, right, and they get bent round. So light going one way will get bent round one way. Light going the other will get bent round the other. And you can imagine that you're stood over that way. Both of the lights will reach you at the same time, thus brightening the pixel, right? You know, and that's how we've just found this free floating black hole. Normally, when we find black holes, we have to look for one that's either eating a star, or if it's in the center of a galaxy, maybe a nebula's falling in on it, and it's like nom-nomming. There's a bunch of X-rays coming off it. X-rays is generally how you find black holes. But of course, like, these extreme situations are the extreme situations, right? How much can you learn? The analogy I really liked that I saw online today was like trying to learn about the human running speed by only watching Usain Bolt at the Olympics, right? Like, yeah, you get some information, but it's only really the information of the extreme situation. So it'd be nice to see the black holes that are just kind of sat there being chill, you know, and literally the only way you can do it is through this gravitational lensing technique. But the reason that I'm super excited about it, super excited about it, is it starts putting limits on how many black holes are actually out there, right? If there was like trillions of black holes per star, we'd see them all the time. Like that lensing effect would happen literally all the time. But we don't see that, so there can't be that many black holes out there looking out and about. Now, I'm particularly interested in what's called primordial black holes. Max, do you know about primordial black holes? So if you wind back the clock 13 billion years or so, we know that the universe was getting closer and closer together, right? That it was getting more and more compact as you go back in time. Because right now it's getting bigger, so you just wind the clock backwards, right? And so getting back to the point where the universe was very small, everything was very close together. Now, what do we know about gravity? Inverse square rule, right? Things that are very close together going to form a black hole, right? One, go. Sorry, I just got a little maneuver node to do here. Okay, that's cool. Hey, you know what? That's good. I'll take 38 kilometers. I'll take 38 kilometers. And pretty much the only way we're ever going to find a primordial black hole is by spotting something out there that's too light to be a black hole. You know how in Intro to Astro we were like, you know, the white dwarfs are up to 1.4 solar masses. Neutron stars are up to 7, 9, 6. I can't remember exactly how many. But and then you got black holes up there. Well, imagine if you found a black hole down at 1 solar mass, right? You'd be like, well, hold on, how has that got so light? And if we were like trillions of years into the future, we'd just be like, oh, well, it's evaporated down to that light, to that level. But we're not trillions of years into the future. There hasn't been enough time in the universe for the black hole to have evaporated that much. So if we found a small one through this gravitational lensing technique, wouldn't that be something? That'd be like, oh my gosh, look at that. Inflation's a thing, or it would prove a whole bunch of stuff, right? Which I think would be very cool, very, very cool. I'm just gonna warp a little bit. Why is it telling me no? What? No. Okay, this is fine. These are both things. No. This is not fine. We got another thing to do. So yeah, I'm particularly interested in primordial black holes, just because they've caught my interest. A little while back, I went and saw a talk by some guy at an astronomical meetup, and he was talking about other black holes. He very, very offhandedly mentioned primordial black holes, and I was like, wait, how do you find out? And he just fobbed me off with some talk of spectra. Now, don't get me wrong, spectra very important. Like, it's how we tell a lot of things up different. It's how we tell the difference between a lot of things. Colours are crazy, yo. But I don't think it's how we're going to tell the difference between a normal black hole and a primordial black hole. There's just no colour difference to be seen there. But we can see a mass difference. There we go. Big old thing. Wise asking for food suggestions. I had, what did they say it was? Cuban and lime chicken. I don't think it was very Cuban. It tasted very Cajun to me. Maybe Cuban Cuban cooking is Cajun cooking, but to me, I couldn't tell the difference. Anyway, that was weird tangents. Anything else you guys want me to tangent on about? I will do it. Man, there's a lot of corrective burns at the moment. A lot of corrective burns. French omelette. How is a French omelette that... Do you know? Sorry. We've come into. I didn't know you guys called them English cucumbers. So I literally heard that phrase this week, and I'm like, what? What do you mean? What's a not English cucumber? Turns out there are slicing cucumbers. Max, if you want to go look it up, slicing cucumbers are not regular cucumbers as far as I'm concerned. But they are as far as the Americans are concerned, and English cucumbers are the weird ones. I always love these differences between the cultures that speak the same languages, right? I'm the same with the Australians and the Canadians, right? It's like, whoa, you use these words to mean things that I don't quite mean when I use those words. Anyway, sorry, got super excited over that one. We made most of our burn, though. Is this me lining... This is me lining up for an intercept with the asteroid that we got. Look, there it is. That's the one I'm trying to intercept with, like, at the end of this. This is a second asteroid, not to be confused with the one that's going to smash into the surface of the planet. But trust me, I know it's confusing. I'm sorry. Stop and watch these two sets of numbers here. Can I get this over the darkness? Okay, we need to click there. Great. So I want to just once again get this number down as low as possible. But yeah, what's a French omelette? That's what I was going to ask. Sorry, huge tangent there. I do that a lot. Okay, that's fine. I will take this. I'm going to add maneuver. Yeah, there will do. Create the alarm. Make a new maneuver. Capture second droid. Okay. Now, what are we watching burn? I'm almost certain I know what we're watching burn, but... whip the egg runny. Cook on low heat. Add a bunch of butter, cheese, and on the bottom firm and runny, roll on it so this egg is slightly loose inside. Okay, alright, yeah, that's cool. What's a not French omelette? That's the next question. Right, we've got the capture second Roy. I've just realised that I've not... Is this the one I want to jump to? I've not got this guy with a maneuver node, which means we've got to keep an eye on him. It's full go right now. It is absolutely full go right now. Okay, I kind of need to rename this one or something. I don't even know what this one's doing. Okay, so this one is capturing this guy. All right, that's fine. I need to put an alarm in. What does it say here? 2 days, 1 hour. Let's just put an alarm in for 2 days. Create an alarm, manual alarm. Intercept. 2 days. 5 minutes is fine. Okay, there we go. We got this other thing to watch now. Hey Mark, how you doing? Sorry for not being there last 2 times. The camping site specifically told me not to watch any live streams on the internet. That's fine. These things happen. How's it going? Going very well, thank you. Very, very well. I am enjoying my summer as it stands. I've had a few days of very, very nice weather. And I don't really have to worry too much about too much right now. I do have to figure out how to pay my electricity bill. So once again, thank you very much to all the patrons out there. You guys really like helping my life get through and do what it needs to do. Particularly paying my electricity bill at the moment, which seems to be my only outlay aside from food. So that's big shout out to you guys for that. Okay, we're just gonna burn this thing up in the atmosphere. I don't know whether I even want to try and save this. Like we could probably land it. Does it have any... It does not have any solar panels on it. Not solar... I was looking at the solar panels. Not solar. It does not have any parachutes on it. This is destined to perish. I'm fine with that. Perishing parachuteless. We're gonna slam into something pretty heavy here. Ooh. We headed over that way, are we? I mean, I feel like with my periaps enclosed of 9 kilometers, we should probably end up inside the atmosphere. For those that don't know, Kerbal's atmosphere starts at 70 kilometers, but as you can see by the banding of the colors up the top here, the real depth, the real thickness of the atmosphere doesn't kick in until quite low. But we're going very fast, 3 kilometers per second right now, which I know compared to the real world is very not fast. But we're playing in like the Kerbal system's like 1/10 of the system, but gravity is still 1g on Kerbin. Everything's made out of weird neutronium or something, you know. But yeah. All right, let's try and land this thing. Let's try. I'm gonna try. I'm really not expecting. Do I try and land this thing, or do we just make sure it slams into the floor? But both are options here. Both are options. Let's speed this up. This little indicator here shows how deep into the atmosphere I am already, and of course we got the altimeter at the top here, either from sea level or land level. But right now that's the same, so it doesn't really matter. We are coming in at 3.2 kilometers per second. Every time I just click my fingers, 3 kilometers rushing past. Love it. I love it. We're starting to slow down though. That's fine. That's fine. The drag from the atmosphere does provide a little bit of slowing down capabilities. Would you believe it? Now down at 30 kilometers from the very surface of the water that is below us. I think we're going to do fine. The overheat monitor over here getting pretty. Oh, there we go. We've lost some stuff. The stability is lost. The explosions are starting. Oh my gosh! I think is that it? We're spinning. Oh, we are spinning. Look at this. Are we spinning like really fast, or are we spinning just kind of fast? I think we might be spinning like really fast. I think something bad happened. We are not in phase with the what's the word I'm looking for here? With the frame rate. Look at this. We are very fast, not just a little fast. Oh, there it goes. Yon Kraken has taken this craft. Oh, many armed tentacles of glitches and madness. Take mercy on this small robot just trying to return home from an extended trip in space. I don't know if you need an epilepsy warning for this or not. If you do, don't look. Don't look. Just listen to the dulcet tones of my voice. I'll tell you when it's all over. We have got some distance to go though. We're 15 kilometers above. One thing I have learnt about the game is when you're spinning this fast, physics gets a little weird. Things it doesn't like it. It doesn't like it. So we might actually be in for a bit of a long flight here. Any other space phenomena people want to talk about? Can definitely wax lyrical on it for some time. So something that I've got as a project for over summer. So most cell phone, mobile phone, whatever you've got, cameras are pretty good nowadays. If you've bought one within the past 5 years, you've got a pretty nice camera in your pocket. So I want to try and use this technology to be able to take some really nice sky photos. Obviously, Andromeda is pretty high in the sky right now. Pretty high in the sky about midnight. When the sun originally goes down, it's pretty low down. But that's fine because it's really bright until really late at the moment. So that's cool. We are still 6 kilometers up in the air. We're coming down. It says minus 100, right? But we're only going 70 kilometers in total. So are we going sideways negative numbers? Is that a thing? Is that what's this? I mean that's gonna hit the water pretty soon. 5, 4, 3, 2. This altitude I'm reading 100 zeros, and it's gone, and it gone. This though, unfortunately, I can't change craft whilst we're in the atmosphere. I would totally be about it, but the devs in their infinite wisdom were like, you know what? You can't do that. Yeah, cannot switch vessels whilst in atmosphere. I guess I understand. Should we change our point of view? Orbit, chase, locked. Okay, we're gonna get the camera syncing up. Oh, what is even going on here? This is proper. Don't look if you have any photosensitivity. Ugh. Cool though. Cool. The joints are not able to withhold what's going on centrifugally here. Let's see if we can't switch our camera back. Okay, this is long. Let's go faster. Oh, I went too far. I broke it. Okay, that's fine. I think I'd rather have it a little bit broken and we stabilize ourselves. Pop. All right, cool. That was good. Did we earn any? Let's have a look. Highest G's and what I'm trying to look for. 32 G's. Wow. That's. I don't know what the record holder is. I'm fairly sure Valentina is our. Should we go find out? Should we go to the space center and go find out? Yeah, we'll come in through the tracking station to find the vehicle that we're after. So one of the mods, so I very rarely install mods that actually directly affect my gameplay. I don't have any parts mods. That's not quite true. I don't have like mech jab. I don't have any autopilots or things like that. I do, however, have a bunch of like really silly mods, things that like track your Kerbal's achievements, the ones that let me change what my Kerbals look like, stuff like that. But as I say, the ones that track the achievement, do we have sort by statistics? Is that a thing we can do here? 14 missions, 15 missions? Yeah, that doesn't look like we've got what we want here. That's a shame. That's a shame. I'm sure one of these will tell us. 2,000 days in a mission. Bill Kerbin. Wow. Multiple mission. Here's a G-force. 13 Gs for 3 seconds or more. Okay, 13 for Bill. I'm not going to go through all these. We will check them all out at some other day, I think. Yeah, look at all the ribbons. All the ribbons. Okay, let's close these. Close that. Let's get back to what we're actually supposed to be doing. Yeah, I'd like to dig in and get some of the like superlative stats. You know, what's travelled the fastest, which mission's been out there the longest, a bunch of stuff like that. I think would be pretty cool. I mean, there's got to be some craft out there from like very early on. I don't destroy stuff in a non-diegetic way. Like, I don't just hit cancel. If I'm not crashing my spacecraft, I don't get rid of it. mostly. That's why we struggle with the old clock speed occasionally. I've got far too much stuff on the go. Far too much stuff on the go. Okay, are you the next thing that's going on here? Capture second roid, intercept. I think we might be doing capture second roid next. Let's switch over there and go make it happen in 2 hours. Looking at my watch. Okay, we got time. We got time. One out. Okay, all right. This is it. This is the maneuver we need to be doing. Let's warp this way. Valentina's uniform looking like the uniform of a North Korean general. Oh, that's cool. I missed that. We should definitely make that more of a thing. Okay, it's telling me that I need to capture this. 20 seconds, 10 seconds, 3, 2, 1. Alarms! Alarms! I'm like, yeah, it's alright, I got it, it's fine. We good. Okay, so we are coming in on another asteroid. This is like the original asteroid that we were tracking last week. I need to set up a capture. I'm gonna let this just drift off and do whatever it is we need to do with it. I might even actually kick it into orbit with the pet rock. Because I want to bring these two asteroids together. But that's not today's main focus. That is not today. With all the metal. My good shout, Mark. Sorry, I was too slow to pick up the humour there when you explained it to me. I'm like, yes, actually, very funny. Okay. Let's warp closer. I don't know how close to warp. At what point am I like, yes, I want to start slowing down? We're going to be ripping past at 0.5 kilometre a second. I'd like that to be much less. Can we do that? We'll bring in the separation and the relative speed down. Seems like this is a good burn for me then. I'm gonna go with it. Look at our little ascending node over here. As long as that stays 0, 0, that'll be pretty good. You can see my little wobble is actually tracking with the numbers going back and forth. Sorry, the nodes over here going back and forth. Okay, this is nice. 5 minutes until meet up with it. We got a day until the original the prime mission is in position, so we can do this. Is this ascending node actually going to get dragged back here? I'm wondering whether these are also going to get merged into this one meet point. Oh! Separation's coming down to next to nothing. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to stop my burn, and we're going to drop in a little bit closer. Eventually, you can see how these two lines are getting closer and closer to being coplanar. What do you call it when it's two like obviously coplanar is for things with a plane, like orbits here. These two are coplanar because if I look down the plane, they're like edge onto each other, right? They have the same plane. But like if it's just two lines, I want to know what this angle, coangular, is that a phrase? I don't know. Parallel. Yeah, these are getting closer to parallel. It's not because I don't want it just being running in the same direction. I want them running in the same direction to the same place. You know. Yeah. Anyway. Linguistical niceties aside, nuances aside. Let's get into this next asteroid here. This asteroid, part of my make a casino, here we go, mission over here. I have no idea when this is going to expire. I hope never. Land on Juno. We did go to Moho. I remember going to Moho. We just kind of did it like super off the cuff last week. I happened to notice that I had a satellite around the closest planet to the sun. Where's the sun? That thing over there. And that I had a mission to land on it. So I just slowed down my satellite until it landed on the planet. And wouldn't you know it, that was enough to earn me some monies. I don't know if it was enough money. So we're supposed to be upgrading my R&D facility. I've kind of hit a plateau of research gains. This is bad. We're gonna swing past it, aren't we? every time. I just cannot end up at like stopping at the right spot. All right, well, we'll see you again in a little bit. Bye. This is gonna take a while. This is gonna take a big while, actually. That's I should have been burning much sooner. It turns out, much sooner. How far away do you reckon I'm gonna get before my speed slows down? Are we gonna break 10 kilometers? I don't know. I actually don't know. I think we might. We're traveling very fast, hundreds of meters per second, and every second that I speak, we travel hundreds further. Because that's what hundreds of meters per second means. Oh, don't know if I've done this right. And we're out. Actually, parallels don't intersect each other. Yeah, yes, Mark. Yeah, this is. Yes. Though, honestly, also no. But let's not get into the intricacies of like many geometries. If you are interested in many geometries, can I recommend Hyperbolica? What a great game played in the hyperbolic plane. There's also another game, I can't remember what it's called, but it uses what's called is it a Penrose disc or a Poincaré disc? I can't. Anyway, one of the guys who was like big in the geometry field made this what's called a mapping. All right, so you know if we have a look at the nav ball down here, we see it as a ball, right? But it's not. It's just a disc. It's just a circle, right? With some colours in it, right? But we can imagine the ball that lives there, right? And this guy also made almost exactly one of these, but for hyperbolic space. And you look down, and the lines at right angles to the edge of the disc are at right angles inside as well. Hyperbolic space was weird. There's a whole bunch of rules to it, and I can never remember exactly all of them. So you'll just have to follow my interest and go study it yourself, maybe. It's conceptually easier to talk about hyperbolic space and stuff like that than it is to talk about like actually how to do like a coordinate system for it. Like how do you coordinate hyperbolic space? I have no idea. How do you coordinate like any space that's not orthogonal from itself? I don't know. I'm sure at some point in the next couple of years I will know. I will be able to come back to you guys and be like, oh, actually, it's really complicated. Do you want me to explain it? Okay, we got a long way ahead of us here. I do want to make it fast, but at the same time, I don't want to blast our way past it again. Maybe I should actually be traveling via the magic of time warp. Yeah, let's try that. Yeah, there we go. By advancing time forward, we get close. It does sound interesting. It is very interesting. It is very interesting because, of course, like the universe that we live in isn't the only universe that can be mathematically described, right? Everyone talks about the absurdity of maths being able to describe our universe, but it describes a whole bunch of stuff, and we just have picked out the ones that do describe our universe, right? You know. And I love that right now, like literally as we're speaking, there's a bunch of indie developers and interested uni students and stuff like that that are being like, hey, all this crazy stuff that I'm hearing about, we finally have the technology to be able to put it into games. Yeah. It's like that saying, and unfortunately this saying only works in text. There are 1-0 types of people, those that understand them, those that understand binary and those that don't. My favourite one of those is actually, there's two types of people in this world. Those that can extrapolate from incomplete data. I love it. It's great. I'm like, yes. I don't know how close I need to be before I'm not going to be able to slow ourselves down. Parallels only don't intercept in Euclidean space. Indeed. Indeed. It's kind of... yeah. Like, and as you dig more, you realise kind of how ridiculously specific Euclidean space is, right? Like, yeah. Didn't even look to see how we're doing with the fuel. This mission should be fine. This mission is designed to go interplanetary, and has only stayed around the planet, so there should be loads. Max asking, do you think KSP2 will include general relativity? No, unfortunately not. It barely even covers what we would consider Newtonian gravity. So it won't do. So there's going to be a double planet, but they don't really do like Lagrangian dynamics. So there's no like L2 points and stuff like that. Yeah, it's thing. What other lies have you been told by your teacher? Probably a lot. The thing is, the school mathematics is there to set you up for the bigger picture later on, right? None of what they tell you is a lie, but it's very specific. You know, like, yeah. Yeah, a lot of things, like Ohm's law. You get taught that pretty early on, but very quickly you get taught that that's only for a very... What happened to that spin there? For a very specific situation. What am I going to do about this? I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Gonna use my fine tunings here. Okay, well, obviously I want to hit that spinning point there, right? Oh man. Oh man, oh man. I am not sure here. Okay, which way do we... So I need to kind of be pointing along the axis of rotation, right? I need to... Something like that, maybe a little more like this. Okay, and then I need to... bring myself in line with it. Save. Thank you, Landstrider. Thank you. I'm even happy with the fact that you're probably going to continue to flood the chat for a little bit after I've done it. That's fine. Oh man, like there. I got to get it right there. Why is this like this? Okay, all right. Well, you know, this is fine. This is what we're here for. Space, it does stuff. Okay, let's try and bring ourselves to a legitimate stop. Am I going to be able to like accelerate in time? Is this something that we can even do here? Save again. I like it. This is going to be an actual problem in the future. When we go to actually deal with asteroids, this is a possibility. Go. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Yes! Yes! Oh, dudes! And we've stopped it. Okay, great. This is fine. This is fine. I need to free the pivot. We need to swing to look in the right. Oh, no, too far. Lock the pivot. Okay. Alright. Sweet. Pet rock. Set as target. How do we get just anywhere close? Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm about to leave the system if we don't slow down. So let's do that first. Nearly 138. Oh, I see. Oh, I got more. Okay, that's fine. Ooh, we do not have many Delta Vs right now. Of course we don't. We've just increased our weight from this to this. How do I feel about the possibilities of mining an asteroid? I feel very good about the possibilities. What I don't think is a good idea is then bringing that stuff back to Earth. All right, there's no need for us to have extra metals and stuff down on Earth, right? What's the hard part of getting to of doing anything in space? It's getting to space. Why would we bring stuff back? Right? That's my thought on this. Oh man. And we might actually end up spending multiple missions to bring this back. Like, there's a whole bunch of other problems with mining asteroids, right? You know, you've only got to play space engineers for 5 seconds to know that things flying around everywhere is a problem, all right? And if you're not using destructive force, how are you mining, right? So there's a bunch of problems that need to be overcome, but they're all just engineering problems, right? I don't think there is anything there that we're not going to be able to solve with the judicious use of technology, right? But there are some fundamental energy considerations that I feel like most of these people are like, oh, let's go get a whole bunch of gold and be rich, aren't paying attention to, right? Yeah, there's a whole bunch of materials that can be made in 0G much easier or purer than can be down in gravity. Like, you can imagine suspensions are better to set up, and there's this whole bunch of stuff that's much better. So I think that's where we should be focusing our asteroid mining, is for things like that. And of course, space habitats. Why would you? But my question to you, Max, how do you feel about giant rotating space habitats? You know, a tin can a kilometer across. Do you think that's in the future of humanity, or do you think that we're only going to be like living at the bottom of gravity wells, sucking on the silicon dioxide that we find around us? I feel like that maybe at some point in the future there might even be a speciation of humans. I think we're going to have the gravity dwellers and we're going to have the space dwellers, and they're going to. Not purposefully, but they're going to be separated for long enough that they're going to start like self-selecting, and at some point someone will pop up with a new chromosome, right? And then suddenly, bam, no more breeding with each other. Yeah. At what point do we start talking about humans in the same way we talk about mammals? You know, as a clade, as a family, rather than as a species, yeah. But yeah, I think space mining is definitely one of the futures, definitely where it's at. Like not just like precious metals. Though of course we have to remember that like places like Psyche and Vesta and big asteroids like that pretty much are just solid nickel iron. Right, like, and you can use that for all sorts of stuff. You know, they're the inside of planets that got smashed apart. Rotating habitats are weird. Yeah, I mean they're fun. They're fun. Okay, let's do a. Okay, let's try again. Okay, small explosions, but it was on the non-essential part, so that's fine. There's the bit we threw away. That's fine. That's fine. This is long, yo. This is long. This is not what I want to be doing right now. I just want to capture this up because we're so close. We're so close. You know, I don't care. We're gonna leave this. What are we over here? Oh, we got a day for the intercept. Man, it feels like it's going to take all day to empty this out. Yeah, trying to find the materials to make stuff. So, what's the name of the company that's just released a thing? Is it the Orbital Gateway Group or something? I can't remember exactly who they are, but it's basically an engineer who's doing a bit of futuristic thinking and making a whole bunch of patents and then making videos about the patents that he's been taking out. And the one that he did this week was a construction ring, like a ring that constructs rings out of panels. It's great. It might be like the rocket cars, plastic houses in the 50s. We look back and think how weird and wrong we were. Yeah, you know what? I could believe it. Yeah, our rotating space habitats, the houses of the future of our time. I could be. Yeah. I'm about it. Yeah. What predictions have we got? Hilariously close, you know, like so nearly there, but not quite. Yeah. Like almost any robot prediction is very nearly there, but not quite right. Oh, I'll ask these fellows in the chat. I'm sure there's some girls in the chat as well. The same question that I asked you, Max, when we were post-exam. So I'm sure you guys have automatic checkouts in superstores now, in supermarkets or whatever. You know, you walk up, you put your basket on the side, you scan your barcode past the laser, and put it in a bag, right? Do you count those checkouts as robots? Most people say no. I'd like to know what the opinions are, though. And what do you need to do to them for you to then go, yes, this is a robot? There's my two questions for people out there. Yeah, are the automatic checkouts robots? And if not, what would it take for you to consider them a robot? Because like most of the computation is going on back there anyway, right? Like it's weighing stuff, it's scanning stuff. The only thing that I feel like most people have an argument with is the fact that it's not putting the stuff in front of the laser, or putting the laser in front of the stuff. I suppose either way around would be pretty good there. I'm going to go back to this point of view whilst we're doing more stuff. Yeah, at what point does your shop assistant become a robot? You end up with I'm not sure if it happens everywhere, but I've seen some people walking around with the little barcode scanning devices and stuff like this. And I wonder whether that's making suggestions. You know, at what point does that become a robot butler holding your hands? Yeah, these are fine lines to think about. For me, arms that unload your food. There's a good answer, very good answer. There'll be liquefying asteroids and 3D printing space habitats in 20 years or less. Your prediction. Landstrider's prediction is that one. Type of habitats will vary as much as housing does on Earth. I mean, yeah, of course it will. Of course it will. You know, how long until our first space nation happens, right? Because like you can definitely see nations putting up stuff and being like, this habitat is ours, right? I could see an American habitat, I could see a European habitat, I could see a Chinese one, I could see individual, I could see an English one, I could see a Idaho. Do you reckon the Idahoians? I mean, the thing with Idaho is there's less people in Idaho than there is like an entire city over here. Is that right? Oh no, we're out of fuel. We spent it all. Ah man, that's not quite what I wanted to do. We're still not there. Okay, well this is closer. Disarm this. Thankfully, this guy got ways of just getting out of here. You know. The poor folk will have 0G housing, and the rich will have stuff with artificial gravity, almost definitely. I might just warp up here. Not like that, I'm not. Warp up here. I'm going to burn all my monoprop to go home. How long until someone claims the moon as a separate country? That's what I'm waiting for. Oh, why? Thanks, Mark. Thanks. Yeah, maybe not so much the moon. I've got a feeling the moon's going to end up like Antarctica for the longest time, right? Nobody can claim it, but anyone can build a base there, right? that's what I feel like the moon's going to be like. I feel like Mars is where we're going to have our first like breakaway colonies. It's going to be the first place where we're like, no, we don't want to do that. Why should we? And why should they? You know. So I feel like that's probably much closer than most people realize. I feel like it literally comes down to whether Musk starts up a Martian space colony or not, right? And what a terrible place to live that would be. They'll do some wonderful things. They'll advance human science by like in incalculable ways. But oh man, it will be terrible. Okay, I don't know whether this is going to make it back. I should have saved some fuel. I didn't save some fuel. I'm now burning through all my monoprop. Do I have any fuel at all? I don't have any fuel at all. I literally only have monoprop. I wish there was a way of figuring out what your delta V from the monoprop was, because they really don't want you to do this. A monopropellant is supposed to be just for like orbital maneuvers, if you will, lining up with other craft, doing small maneuvers, not trying to bring yourself down. Mars is a few decades away. That sounds good, but I know next to nothing about this stuff. Yeah, a few decades. It sounds good. So, like, some might say a couple. I think they might be over optimistic, but I think a dozen is too long. I think 120 years we will have a definite thriving colony on Mars. Maybe not thriving colony. We would have tried to have a thriving colony on Mars. So trying to keep space clean right now. Got to deorbit this before it just becomes another piece of junk to make everything very dangerous. What we're trying to do is bring this number here, the 200,000, down to 70,000. Below 70,000, obviously. If those settlements are made from companies, they'd probably be a ruthless dictatorship. Almost definitely, Mark. There's going to be like all sorts of... If you go read up anything about company towns, there was all sorts of really, really dodgy stuff done at company towns. And it will happen all over again. Because people are like, what a great idea! And everyone else is like, no, that's really exploitative. The radiation and low gravity babies may be a problem. I'm going to reserve judgment on the low gravity babies. I've got a feeling that's not going to stop humans. We're going to go and we're going to have the babies anyway, right? But the radiation, yeah, definite problem there. Definite problem. That's why I'm a big fan of the lava tubes. So they found some on the moon. There's definitely been some found on Mars where some like lava was flowing and the outside cooled down and the lava carried on flowing and it's left a big hollow core running through a part of the planet. You know, we're talking like two kilometers across, something like that. Big. 2 kilometers, hundreds of kilometers long, and you just kind of, pick the spot that you want to be at. Oh, that's home down there. That's home. I'm just going to crash it there, though. I'm just going to crash it there. We may or may not even get to see it. 46 minutes. Yeah, we will get to see it. You find a crater, a lava tube, just anything that's got a bit of oomph to its walls or whatever, and start putting plastic over the top of it. Yeah, you'll be all right. People protesting, turn off the oxygen. Mark knows how to run a dictatorship. Stranger in a strange land is the worst case scenario. Yeah, totally. Okay, let's speed this up. Yeah, I mean, the real question is, what do people think about the future of terraforming, right? So, like, terra meaning Earth, making places Earth-like, right? Everyone's looking at Mars. But Mars is a bit of a problem for a variety of reasons. Like, it's got no atmosphere. I mean, it's got some atmosphere, but you might as well say it's got no atmosphere because there's no magnetosphere. There's no magnetosphere. There's also it's not big enough to just hold on to its atmosphere. So like, there's a whole bunch of reasons why Mars looks appealing, but actually probably is an absolute nightmare. But then on the from the other direction from us, we got Venus, which looks like an absolute nightmare, right? You have carbon dioxide everywhere, temperatures hot enough to melt lead, pressures that would just like squeeze your eyeballs out of your face. Yeah, we got some problems on Venus. But the problems that we've got on Venus are problems that look strikingly similar to what problems we're causing ourselves on this planet right now, right? We're causing a bit of a greenhouse runaway effects, and things are problems and could be headed in Venus's direction, right? So surely once we solve this climate crisis, because there is one, we're not even going to argue about that, because when we learn how to solve the climate crisis, surely we can then take that to Venus. And I think that's more likely than us being able to create a magnetic field, a magnetic bubble in between Mars and the sun that pushes the solar wind around Mars, so we can then start building up the atmosphere, which still really won't stick around because the gravity's not high enough, and a whole bunch of problems with Mars. I was just wondering what people think about that. I've been thinking that for a while. Let's go a little bit faster. Are we going to have explosions at the end of this? I hope so. I'm smashing this into the ground so that we can have explosions. What is this? The KSC? Wait, where are we? I recognise those mountains, right? Do I or do I not? Do I recognise those mountains? No, I don't recognise any of the mountains. I'm crazy. Okay, we're back in control. The robot in control is like, what is going on here? No. Let's turn the RCS on. Let's try. If we can get our nose down, we might be able to even get some lift going on, but I don't think so. I'm just going to turn my engine on, but actually. Yeah, we ain't getting any lift here. Yeah, magnetic field on Mars. I mean, there is a little bit trapped in the magnetic moments of the soil, but the actual planet itself, dead as a dodo, right? But I've heard proposals. That's the word I'm looking for. I've heard proposals of flying a spacecraft out to the Mars Sun L2 point. Is it 2 in between? I don't know. Whichever Lagrange point is in between Mars and the Sun, and throwing up a just like a magnetic bubble there, and using that to push the solar wind away. Which, this is sci-fi talk at the moment. Martian civilization could just be entirely underground. Why not? It's cold. Why not do it? I mean, it's one of my favoured visions of the future for the moon, where we just completely, not hollow out the moon, but it's so crisscrossed with tunnels and stuff that it might as well be hollow. Man, look at this distance here. This is coming, and we're just kind of like dropping in, and we gotta try and match up at the middle here. And I'm so bad at that bit. If we don't match up really well. Okay, intercept one day. I should put an alarm on here in 10 days or so. Maybe less. To remind myself that we haven't captured the other asteroid properly yet. It's big and it's heavy. I can't believe I used 2 entire craft like this craft that we've got here, to try and capture that asteroid that's currently around Kerbin, and still didn't really do it. Still didn't really do it. Manual alarm. I don't want to call it capture. Casino rocks. Yes. And we'll do that in... Wait, I said let's go 2 days. No, we're going to want more than 2 days. 10 days. Let's try 10 days. Add that alarm. Okay, great. Casino rocks. Let's just get closer. With reproductive robots, it's not crazy to imagine greenhouses all around the planet. So there's a specific name for the vision of the future where... So we've got like covered craters connecting to covered canyons and other little domes and stuff. I can't remember the name of it. Para-terraforming, something like that. Anyway, it's like terraforming little bubbles and then just continuing to spread the little bubbles out. It's a cool concept, you know. No, that's gone further away. That's not what I want. This is quite a distance here. I mean, it's not. It's 37 kilometers. That's like next door as far as space is concerned. Ooh, definitely feeling the fact that we are overrunning right now. My conversational skills are starting to wear a little. We're just gonna bring this in. Could be made livable without anybody even stepping foot. This is a possibility. I mean, the distances are still jumping up. The speed is going down. Now the distance, is going up and down. I mean, I'll take either direction. .3. I don't know. I mean, I kind of do know. Let's try it. How to push these closer together. You go down here. It should just be like here, right? If I get this. Yeah, look at that. Oh, there was a collision course there somewhere. I'm not gonna go with it though, because if things go wrong, I don't want to be slamming into it too fast. Oh man, I should be able to see it at some point. Is it up here somewhere? Is it you? No, that's towards. Let's close this. We don't need this. There it is. There it is. 82 kilometers away. We're closing in at 133.7 meters per second. Didn't try and do that. That's elite. Okay, so that's cool. That's cool. We can do this. We can do this. And I've still got all this fuel left over. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't know when to start slowing down. This is the worst bit. I hate this bit. Just try to figure out how to do it. You know what? I might even do a quick save. So if I just go ripping past it, I can go back because I'm not. Alright, see you later, Mark. I'm literally just going to dock up with this. Took us 2 hours, but here we are. We're doing it. 57, 56, 55. Let's let this stabilize out. Rather than swinging around violently. I mean, it might like the violent swinging. But I think I'll pass. Oh man, where are we going? This way. All right. So I'm trying to keep these lined up at all times. You know, I'm just gonna do it like this. That's fine. We'll let the robot do it. We'll let the robot do it. How close can I get? This is nail-biting stuff. I don't know how close I even want to get. Let's start slowing down at 30 kilometers and see if we can bring ourselves into alignment that way. I actually have enough fuel in here that we could totally stop this asteroid, or at least stop it slamming into the surface. Obviously, this is not what I'm going to do. I am here to watch an asteroid impact, though that might be happening next week. I spoke way over the point that I was supposed to be slowing down, and okay, good enough. Let's try to slow down now. Thankfully, because we're only going about 100 meters per second, it doesn't actually take too long to get to the point where you get like a positive feedback loop where you're slowing down, so you've got longer to slow down, so you can slow down even more. Yeah. Okay, 5 kilometers. This is good. This is good. This is maybe sped up the wrong type of time accelerate there, but that's fine because you got physics warp and time warp. Physics warp is when you want physics to carry on doing stuff, like pointing in the right direction. I've done it again. Not as bad this time, but I've done it again. At least it's not spinning wildly this time. Am I going to be able to do it before we're more than a kilometer away? Okay. Okay. Alright. I think we got this. I think this is now ours to celebrate. All we got to do is go and attach this claw to this rock, and then we'll get a trajectory prediction for where we're going to be able to actually slam into the planet, which would be very interesting. Turns out we could have set a much smaller probe. Much smaller probe. But that's fine. That's fine. I needed the fuel to make sure that I wouldn't mess this up. You know, I've been doing this a long time. Doesn't mean I'm good at it, right? that's the two very separate states of being. Okay, let's physics warp us way up to a little bit faster. In fact, this is still too slow. Can I right click? I can't right click it yet. I wonder when the context menu pops up, because there's a different targeting mode for asteroids that enable you to target its center of mass, which I really wish they would let us do for all the craft. Center of mass. There we go. Because then we could make like weird space stations that don't necessarily rely on docking or like a player to have arranged things correctly. You just go center of mass to center of mass and everything works out, right? I want RT. I want to point over this way. No, this is still good. This is still good. Drifting very muchly here. Drifting very much. Let's go a little faster. I am a little bit worried that there's going to be like some nodule sticking out at just the wrong direction, and we're going to end up slamming the side of my rocket into that. But it should be fine. We've captured an asteroid once today. This should be the easy bit. Should. I wish I had the target point here. Something that's missing from my my repertoire. My robots aren't quite good enough yet, turns out. Okay, 4.9 meters per second. We're going to come in and make contact. That's very fast. 4.9 meters per second is... it could easily be 20 miles an hour. I can't remember exactly what it's at, but it's a lot. It's a lot. All right, here we go. I'm going to turn RCS and pointing off. Let's just hope that this... Why? What happened? That totally connected hard enough. Disarm. I I disagree with this particular statement of fact. That definitely looked like it should have been good. Now we're going to have like a moving center of mass to try and point at. I'm inclined to disagree, Landstrider, but okay, I will go with too hard for now. I know it needs to be at least 1, right? Let's go 1.5. See if we can slam into it like this. It's rotating in a funny way. Okay, we got it. Somehow. We've got it. Alright, the thing I want to know now. Let's go and look. This is what we're here for. Kerbin. There. This is where we're going to crash. This is it. This is what we've done the whole thing for. How do we get Kerbal out there? But I'm afraid with that, I'm going to say thank you very much for joining me for this adventure, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you guys next time where we're going to fly a Kerbal out to this cross right here. We're going to watch as this asteroid slams into the planet at that red cross right there. The whole of today was just to do that. But I will see you then when we're going to do that. Bye.